The sport of cave diving is unique to all others. Given the sheer number of hazards involved, it is regarded as being an exceedingly dangerous pastime. When exploring a dark cave underwater, several things can go wrong, such as equipment malfunction, becoming lost, or trying to navigate your way out with almost no visibility. As a result, we encounter numerous accidents, and today we're going to tell you about a horrific accident, the horror story of Agnes Milowka, so stay tuned. There is no doubt about it, cave diving is not a sport for the timid. Nevertheless, the sport continues to have a sizable following of supporters who eagerly anticipate each dive. Scientists can learn a lot about underwater caverns and marine life by engaging in this dangerous sport. When improved diving equipment made it possible for divers to go deeper and stay underwater longer than before, they started studying underwater cave systems in the mid-1960s. However, compared to scuba diving in open waters and other similar underwater hobbies, cave diving is just far riskier. Of course, only those who have had adequate training and are confident with their skills should undertake cave diving, and it is not sufficient to simply possess a scuba diving certification. And today, we will go through a cave in Australia. Tank Cave, South Australia's Mount Gambier region, is well known for its many caves and sinkholes, but Tank Cave stands out from the crowd and is the gem in the crown for cave divers. Tank Cave is a vast maze-like system with over 7 kilometers of passage, making it one of the longest caves in Australia. It was given its name because a water tank once rested directly over the entrance. However, the finest feature about diving in Tank Cave is that there is still a ton of room for discovery. While most people believe that everything in the Mount Gambier area has been found and discovered, this is undoubtedly not the case, and it is especially untrue for this cave. After all the hype leading up to the first dive, cave divers occasionally worry that Tank Cave will turn out to be a great letdown, yet even the gold line dives can be pretty thrilling. Tank Cave is a true gem and a thrill to dive into. It is unlike any other cave in the Mount Gambier area. You really can't go wrong because the cave is gorgeous. The maximum depth is only around 20 meters, there is no flow to contend with, and the water is clear. This new stretch, which departs from the Sea Lion's terminus, is unquestionably a side-mount only passage. Depending on your size, you might need to remove one tank to go past the first obstacle. However, there are several more constrictions before you ultimately get to a wider, more open corridor. Thus, the tight passages don't end with the first one. The walls and roof are initially quite soft and flimsy, so as you exhale, bits of the roof fall on you and the vision quickly decreases to zero. But there is a part that depicts the horror of the cave. Stay tuned till the end and get to know what was the scary secret behind the cinematic beauty. Agnes Milowka, 29, a live full woman, lost her precious life in the turns of the caves. The woman who perished in one of Australia's longest underwater caverns thought that discovering a new passageway was the best sensation in the entire world. Agnes Milowka, 29, was a well-known diver who was aware of the dangers before she and other enthusiasts traveled to Tank Cave throughout a weekend in South Australia's southeast. However, she enjoyed exploring gloomy underground caverns like the one in which she passed away after becoming separated from her friend. Ms. Milowka, who earned a diploma in maritime archaeology from Flinders University in 2007, has since lived in Melbourne and gone scuba diving in Florida. According to Digital Media Words, Ms. Milowka, the stunt diver from Victoria, worked on James Cameron's 3D diving movie Sanctum. The film centers on a group of cave divers who are pushed to their breaking point when an excursion goes wrong, which is a horrifying turn of irony. She had cave dreams. It is a completely absorbing fascination, a passion that is, she claimed on YouTube. There is no higher feeling than coming upon a passage that has never been seen before in human history. The actual essence of adventure, according to her, is cave diving. Members of the Cave Diving Association of Australia were assisting police with their planning on how to rescue her body because of the complexity of the nearly 8-kilometer stretch of winding underwater channels. She did descend with what they refer to as a friend, but they lost sight of her after she took a detour to one of the cave system's extremes. After splitting up to explore a tight restriction which required traveling alone, she ran out of air and passed away. At 1:45 p.m., she was reported missing by her fellow divers, one of whom was able to pinpoint the location in the cave network where Ms. Milowka was last seen. About 600 meters inside the cave system, her body was discovered the previous night. She had said that she will keep exploring Tank Cave's uncharted tunnels and corridors, which was top on her list of things to do when visiting Mount Gambier. The Agnes Milowka Memorial Environmental Science Award has been established by Moo Media for poor schools in the field of science, marine studies, or exploration in honor of Milowka's accomplishments and legacy. This brings us to the end of the video. Hit the like button and consider subscribing to the channel to show us your support, and don't forget to press the icon. See you at the next one. Until then, peace.